Hello the internets and welcome back to the live stream. It is Saturday the 22nd of June 2019, winter solstice. Shortest day of the year in the southern hemisphere and consequently longest day of the year northern hemisphere. Today I will be live for 33 minutes, and before we progress any further, happy birthday Mindy. Mindy's birthday is either yesterday if you're... No, what is it? It's today, but it's because of the time zone differences that it's not actually today. It's Friday, but it's Saturday here. So happy birthday yesterday and today. While we're here too, I want to say massive thank you to 5 million channel views, to all the givers who've watched my content over the years. The channel hit 5 million channel views this week, and I'm super pumped by that. So thank you, everybody. Now let's have a squiz at the chat because I want to say good morning to everybody. We've got back up there in the house at the very top. We had a guy by the name of Snorkel Mask Reviews. Now that's a channel I could really adapt with, but he's not here any longer. He was there like super late in the night or super early in the morning, and now no longer. Stephen's up in the house. Good morning, Stephen. I asked him how it was in Adelaide. It's cold, but it's looking like it'll be a nice day. That's very similar to right here. It is freezing here. Tim Arskog in the house. Good morning, Benon. Good morning, Tim. Uncle Tim, as we call him. Looking further down, Stokabota. He's in the house. Stokabota. I love seeing your name, dude. I love seeing your face. I love having this interaction. Didn't we have a great time last night? The D-Live. I streamed for 3.5 hours on D-Live last night. It was heaps of fun. Mindy was in there for a little while. Here she is here again. Good morning. Morning from Michael. How you going, Michael? Let's see how much of this I can sit in on. I'm at the Aperture conference about to start. Aperture, is that the software? No, that was the Apple Apple's version of Lightroom, which they killed a while ago. It must be something else. Tim talking to Mindy. Mad Max in the house. G'day, Mad Max. Welcome back to the chat, dude. It's now a year-old drunk sister's birthday. It's my now year-old drunk sister's birthday. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, but I follow along, I guess. Jetmax, g'day, Benon, and welcome to the 5 million views. And congrats. Thank you so much, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Tim. And Marcus Carter. G'day, Marcus. Haven't seen you in the chat before, but you're very welcome here, dude. Good to see the little hang loose symbol. And Mad Max says happy birthday, Mindy. Everyone say happy birthday to Windy. Well, that's beautiful to see my chat loving everybody and having the fun together. This winter solstice, so the shortest day of the year, but I got to give props to Barry's Views, who's not in the chat right now, but he normally does pop in. He said he's in the UK, so it's the northern hemisphere. He said, I've been told it's the longest day of the year, but I checked my clock and it still says 24 hours in total. So it's like, all right, I get you. Mad Max says, I meant my now 15-year-old sister's birthday. Oh, gotcha. But I hope she's not drunk at 15, dude. Don't encourage the underage drinking. That's not cool, man. I can't endorse that. I can't give my seal of approval, but I could suggest have a glass of water. That's what I'm going to do right now. Not a whole glass, just a sip. When you start gaming, the chat will be a little toxic. Okay, yeah, no doubt about that, man. I'm kind of Mad Max turned 20 a month ago. Okay, cool. So I do want to get into this chat, but I think last week we didn't have anything from Outdoor Man with the Van because nothing had happened on the Outdoor Man with the Van. But there has been a small update this week, and I'll fill you in on it once we've just caught up to speed. And yeah, what you're about to see didn't fix the issue. Welcome to episode 29 of Outdoor Man with a Van. There has been some small changes to Stevan this week. I've managed to pick up a 10-meter HDMI cable. Now what this will do is, when I set up my stream and I'm at a location, I switch to a pre-roll video. Then when that video finishes, you see me sitting outside with the camera, with Stevan. And to do that, I'm gonna need a long enough HDMI cable that can run from here all the way to wherever it is that I'm gonna be. Enter the 10-meter monstrosity. The other thing that we did on Stevan this week, and this is pretty funny, I gotta admit. I've been mentioning this constant drain of the battery. James came down with a multimeter and we did all the tests to work it out. And I always knew that it was on the circuit which the stereo, the head unit was on. And I thought that if I replaced the stock unit, that would resolve the issue. I did that, I put in the new head unit here, but that didn't resolve the issue. And what James found out was this wiring harness, the earth from the existing stock unit, which let's be honest, I just followed that wiring and added the new one to it. I didn't rewire anything back to the front of Stevan. That old wiring, the earth, wasn't actually earthed. And that's why James thinks, and that's what I think as well, that's why we constantly had a drain, and that's why the battery would drain. If I didn't turn it on for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it would be dead. It's been fixed. Let's give it a shot. Wow. I probably should take it for a spin, but I'm not going to. Did notice the clocks are all wrong, obviously, because that's all been reset. So while I go and fix those clocks, you guys can go back to the live stream. Welcome. So yeah, unfortunately, there is still something that is draining 1.5 amps from that battery on that circuit. And the next port of call is to check what that is. It could be the interior lights. More than likely interior lights is what it is. This vehicle has been no end of frustration, I can tell you now. Looking through the chat, Mad Max says he bought her a Jack, but it's mostly diluted with Coke. Yeah, and Tim says there's no need to encourage a 15-year-old to get drunk. They're perfectly able to do it on their own. That's a scary thought, man. Like, I mean, Claudia's not far off 15, and I don't want to see her rolling around puking her guts up. Mad Max says you're a rhino, a male cougar with a dino who earns lino. And you'll have to know the DLive platform to sort of follow along that joke. Mark the Traveller, g'day Mark, how you going? He's cooking right now. Well, enjoy your, that'd be evening for you. Enjoy your dinner time, Mark. Whatever you're cooking, I hope it's nice. Stockerbotter asks me, Benon, did you know, and he's got 2 questions, looks like he's coming. There is a grandma playing the Elder Scrolls V on YouTube. I'm not 100% certain what the Elder Scroll is, but we might have to look at that a little while later on once we get through the topic of discussion. But I also want to say, hey, g'day Peter, welcome to the chat, dude. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So you know my Wave a Day, right? My Wave a Day project. That's coming up on July 1. That's going to be the winter edition. And I've got to say, I am pretty cold right now, and the swell has been massive. So I haven't been surfing every day. Obviously, I'm sort of not trying to blow my own steam until the Wave a Day starts on July 1. But I've been getting out whenever I feel like it, social surfing. And Elder Scroll is a scrim. Okay, a Skyrim. Yeah, goof. I'm not sure what a Skyrim is. A video game. Okay, cool. We'll check that out, possibly on the DLive, maybe here. Oblivion, Morrowind. Okay, none of these things mean anything to me. I'm not a gamer, but I appreciate you helping me out there. So yeah, like I've still been surfing, but it's kind of hard to, like, I'm gonna put my surfing into a main, like what I call a regular vlog, like intersplice it like I have the social surfing. But I also thought, what we kind of need, we need like a super quick Wave a Day edit. Welcome to episode 1 of Super Quick Wave a Day edit. Now what the Super Quick Wave a Day edit is a super quick look at a surf that I've done this week for a Wave a Day. Now, of course, a Wave a Day winter edition hasn't began yet, so what you're gonna see right here is a surf that I took last week, social surf style, and this is a rough edit, super quick style. Enjoy. We're in a good position. Whoop, whoop. Hell to the year. Well, I do hope you enjoyed the super quick wave a day edits. Now, while I scope the surf out, you guys can go back to the live stream. So that's my plan from now on, to intersplice surfing into the live stream. A super quick wave a day edit, and accurately suggested by Stokerboda, I've been running that on the DLive already. Now, it's kind of strange. I said that I don't want to talk about DLive on YouTube. I'll happily talk about YouTube on DLive because I want to bring the DLive audience across to YouTube. But when my chat starts talking about it, I'm not going to ignore it. So Stokerboda, yeah, you're right. That's the first time I've done that. I've previewed something on the DLive that hasn't hit YouTube yet. So you got a little sneaky peek there. And the way that DLive works is they don't store your streams, they delete them. So I've run it about 3 times on the stream because new crew keep coming into the stream. So that's why you've seen it 4 times. But he said it's still fun to watch. Did you see the stingray in there, Stokerboda? You've seen it 4 times now. There's one frame where you see a stingray. You have to really get your eye peeled and pause it on that point. Alaska and beyond, how you going, man? Good to see you in the chat again. Nice to see you there. Tim Arskog, you need to go surfing with Patrick, the techno surfer. Absolutely, man. I actually extended out to him and said, dude, I'm not sure when your surfing camp finishes in Bali, but if you want to jump across to the Australias, you've got a place here to surf. I even kind of was thinking we should do a wave a day for a month together, but we'll see what happens. And did you imagine he belly flopped on the board? Did you see me slip on that board? I've got this one wave where my leg just goes and I fall straight off it because of the lack of wax. Well, I got something coming to deal with that. I don't want to blow my own steam now, but you'll see it coming soon. Northrop MJ says I loved it, and she also said back in the earlier, she said that's hilarious. The super quick wave a day edit, something silly. Nothing but meat, no fillers, pedo. Yeah, exactly, man. Good morning, Spunks. G'day, Charlotte Rose. How good was that stream last night when you were in the house? That was so cool. Stokerboda, okay, you didn't think much of it. Mad Max, you saw the stingray. Yeah, it's like a single frame inside the wave. You see this, it's like a light blue stingray. It happens so fast, but you've got to keep your eyes peeled. Mad Max, Kellogg's make unicorn Fruit Loops. Okay, well, that's the plan anyway. That's what's happening on the channel. Now, I want to get into the topic of discussion. So, YouTube released this. So, first of all, Creator Insider. Do you know the channel Creator Insider? It's like an official, unofficial channel from YouTube, if you like. And it's run by Tom and Barbara. Well, Tom kind of runs it, and then Barbara jumps on every now and then Barbara will host a guest. And in this instance, they're talking about the copyright content matching tool, which is a new kind of tool that's come out recently on YouTube. It allows you to find content of your own that's been uploaded to other channels. Now, I've used it extensively for some time, and it works really well. Like, I got to say, I've got 2 pages. Like, you've got to click the arrow to get to the second page of how many channels have literally started a channel and then just re-uploaded my content, and nearly every single one of them have a either a hard-baked URL into the video with their little Amazon link, or a description with an Amazon link to their own store to sell a separate mask, not the mask that they're using my review to gain traffic from. So it's working. I've had all those channels erased and deleted. But the way they delivered this, the way they brought this to the attention of people was in a video from Creator Insider. Now, I want to give that a run. Just from this point here, from about 20 seconds in, is when they start talking about how this tool works. So let's just catch up, and just as we watch this, I'm gonna get back to the chat in a minute. But as we watch this, just tell me if I've heard this incorrectly, or if this might not be the best way to deliver this kind of news. Just tell me if I'm right or wrong.
To all partners in YPP. So hello, my name is Barbara.
Okay, Barbara.
Hey, I'm Cameron. I'm a product specialist on the Content ID team.
Okay, so we got some Content ID stuff for you. Tell us why you're here.
So as you mentioned, we're really excited to announce that we just finished rolling out the copyright match tool to all creators in the YouTube Partner Program.
We were having a little chat before we started filming this. I have no clue what a copyright match tool is, so please tell our Insider Nation what this actually is.
So the tool is designed to find re-uploads of your content on other channels. So it's in the new YouTube Studio.
Okay.
When you first access the tool, you're going to have to activate
this is the part coming
to
up.
Start off. But then after that, whenever you upload a video to YouTube, we're going to scan other videos uploaded to YouTube to try to see if any of them are the same or very, very similar.
Okay, did you hear that? Whenever you upload a video to YouTube, we're going to scan other videos on YouTube to see if any of them match your upload. Now, later on, I got that right? I heard that correctly. Then later on, at about 2:21, I'm going to pull up 2:21. I've gone too far here. About here, Barbara mentions an example of how it's happened on her channel, and then this gentleman says this, which is where I'm getting confused.
We just know it's so hard to find these re-uploads. In the first place, it can be super time-consuming.
Yep.
And then once you do, what happens then it can be difficult to know what your next steps are.
So in this particular example,
Okay, we go.
what is stopping this other channel from matching me and
Here it comes.
either sending me a message or taking down my video?
Look at who uploaded the video first. So that's our way.
That was me. That was me.
So
That's a way of knowing who created the video.
just pause out there. That's the part that I'm not really grasping. So we look at who uploaded the video first. So if you, what I think what YouTube are telling us with this is that they're basing the ownership of a video on the first person to upload it. Now, 98% of the time that might be the case, but not all the time, right? Like just because you upload it first doesn't mean you own it. But the way that they're doing this, the tool is a good tool, and I've proven that it works. Like it totally works. But the way that he delivered that, the moment you upload it, we search existing uploads to. Why are they searching existing uploads if you're the first to upload it? Like, wouldn't that mean every single time you upload a video, you would never ever have a copyright because you're the first to upload it? Is it just me? Is it just me? Or is it like, am I grasping that wrong? Like, look, let's be fair. I've got things wrong in the past. No doubt about that. I can 100% acknowledge that I've got things wrong in the past. But am I hearing that wrong? You upload a video, the content matching tool searches all of YouTube to make sure that video doesn't exist beforehand. Well, that would be every single video uploaded to YouTube, wouldn't it? Okay, I'm going to just check the chat in case I'm completely baffling this up. Let's go back up to what I've missed. Is that wine behind me, Stephen Curry? No, it's Jack Daniels, and we'll get to that on another stream. Don't worry about that, but I've got a taste for it. Yes, Mad Max answered. Good on you, Mad Max. It's a man's beer. Okay, so looking through here, Alaska and Beyond says, interesting, Mad Max laughs out loud. That's a lot of lols. My question is, playthroughs will now be copyrighted. Yes and no. Yes and no. I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, Alaska and Beyond, I think they're preventing you, me, or anybody from uploading someone else's stuff. But, yeah, I see you're onto something. Benon, I'm planning on saving your D-Live streams and uploading them to YouTube. Do you agree with that, or is it a problem? Dude, I'm happy for you to do that. If you can save them, go for it. I can't work out how to do that. It never works for me. Do it, man. Call the channel something like gives a D-Live minute. I don't know, something like that. That'd be content stealing, but since it's from D-Live, eh? I see what Mad Max is saying. I give you permission. I white card you on that. But back to the content matching tool. Am I missing something, or is copy? The question is, does copyright belong to the first person to upload something? I don't think it necessarily does. I'm just saying that. You can add a replay on D-Live. Yeah, but they delete them, Charlotte Rose, after 7 days. D-Live's a minute. Yeah, I like that, Stocker Boulder. Look at us all talking about D-Live. I made a point never to discuss D-Live on YouTube, and this is all we're talking about. But I tell you, it's been fun over there. It's been a fun place to stream. I like it. Mark the Traveller. People steal other people's content from the original YouTube content creator and upload it and use it like they were the ones that originally posted it. Absolutely, man. And that's happened to me countless times. And the content matching tool has been how I've found that, and how I've managed to delete those channels and copyright strike all of them. No, there's no problem with that at all. D-Live, dives a minute. Tim's come up with a gold one. Dives a minute. Ben on surfing blooper video channel. That's cool. I like that, actually. Dives a minute. Dives all the time. Yeah, look. I guess this is kind of like it's almost sort of like how Apple announced that the stand for the cinema display, the new 6K display. Remember we talked about it the other week? They announced it backwards. Instead of saying, like, they came out saying the monitor will be $6,000 and $7,000 if you want the matte one or whatever the other version was, and then if you want to put it on a stand, it'll be another $1,000. Whereas they should have said the monitor is $8,000 and $7,000 if you want the matte one, and if you don't need a stand, take $1,000 off. But they kind of delivered it backwards. Like I feel like that's what this video has done. It's kind of told the story in the wrong. Like it's formulated the story wrong. It's confused me. See how stupid that sounds. If Stockabot, I don't need no look. I got too much to do at the moment, man, with Gives a Minute and the D Live. I appreciate the offer, but if you set that up, just go for gold for yourself, man. I'll whitelist you though, so you won't get flagged. It's your Mad Max. I was simply defining it something. Okay, I might have missed that. D Live is a fun way to get more Gives a Minute. Yeah, totally. Not Northrum. I'm going to call you Mindy from now on. If you scan yours first, then it's kind of the benchmark. Then all others that upload are measured against yours. How I am reading it. Yeah. The only thing with that is that's not always accurate, because let's put that into an example of, say, like I don't know, like let's say a record label for example, like a record label. Let's say that the band has access to the video clip that they shot that they're in. The record label technically owns the copyright, but let's just say, for instance, the band member, the drummer, no, let's not give it to the drummer, the triangle player, because they're always lousy, the triangle player uploads that video to his YouTube channel like, oh, we just made a video clip, wicked. And that's the first time that's gone up on YouTube, because then the record label hasn't got around to it for whatever the reason, for however it worked, then the record label uploads it. Well, what this system is telling me is that the triangle player owns the copyright to it. It's not accurate, right? It doesn't always work. But I guess it works in a big enough scale for it to be rolled out. That's probably the part I'm missing. Mad Max, I posted it first, so that means I own it, so I copyright it. Yeah, but just as I explained, I don't think that's always accurate. Yeah, I say. So you're agreeing with me. I see. I just read your second comment. Okay, lol, I don't own it, but that's a gateway for entitlement. A gateway for entitlement. Now, there's a band name. If that triangle player needs to get into a band, I think it should be called Gateway for Entitlement. Okay, Mark the Traveller, why are you shading the triangle player? Well, because triangle players don't have to do anything except tick every so often in time. Can't be that difficult. Just saying. What do you think? Am I off the mark here? Am I completely missing this, or am I sort of on the right path here? I feel like I'm on the right path. Northrump MJ Mindy has always wanted to play the triangle. Well, there ain't much to it. Get some metal, get a coat hanger out of your cupboard, bend it into a shape, and off you go. Laugh my art. Okay, that's Mark the Traveller and Tim. I think Tim's having a bit of an argument. Okay, if you want to argue in my chat, I'm gonna watch. Mad Max says, I hate my aunt because she thinks her kids are entitled to my stuff that I bought with my money. Okay, that's yeah, okay, that doesn't sound cool. Not really YouTube related, but I can see how you might be frustrated with that. Oh. Here we are. This is perfect. I really love this about streaming on YouTube now. We've engaged the conversation. We've naturally concluded that conversation. We've taken it to the point where I've made my statement. You guys have made your statements in the chat, and I feel like we've resolved something. And now we're at nearing the end of the stream, if you like, and we can just engage the chat. So what's been going on? Trying to find that copyright feature. Don't see it, says Brocknex. Well, you have to go to create a studio beta. You have to be in the studio beta, and it's on the left-hand side under copyright. Then you'll do the drop down and you'll see it pop out. It might not be rolled out to everyone though yet. That's interesting. If Australia got one, there's a triangle there in the chat. Nice one, Shiloh Rose. So look, let's throw this open to you guys because we want this to happen. I tried to sort of get to that point last week, but I don't think I really eloquently expressed it, but I want you guys to be able to bring forth topics of conversation. So in the dying moments of this stream, where are we? 26 minutes. We got a fair way to go. Let's talk about something you guys want to talk about. It doesn't always have to be about me. I like giving some idea of content, but it can be about you as well. Triangle diving. Triangel diving. Triangel diving, that could be one. Mad Max says, I don't hate her kids because she's the only one teaching her kids those motherfucking shitty ass manners. That's not good language, dude, but you can feel free to express yourself. If you want to express yourself that way, let it all out, man. Get it out.
Money's too tight for steak.
Steak?
First round on me.
Oh, thanks, Charlotte Rose. Appreciate the super chat there. Thanks for the $7.99 first round on me. I love that. I love that about you, Charlotte. You're in there. You've given me content. You've asked me to do the Jack stuff. You kind of kicked that off. Gonna be honest. I was originally just gonna put a bottle up there, and maybe every now and then open it. But then you said, go and try the cinnamon fire, the Tennessee fire, and I did. And now it's kicked off this thing in my mind where there's so much Jack I've never tried, and that's where that $7.99 is going to go to, purchasing more Jack for the stream. I don't have to worry about someone stealing my stuff because it's boring. Northrump, but you'd be surprised. People, if you put up a video talking about, let's just say, for instance, put up a video talking about learning to play the triangle. Now, some tool from like some music website, like some learn to play music website, may just rip that content and upload it. And then what they'll do is, like I said on my videos, they'll hard bake in URL into the stream so people can see it all the while it's playing. And then they'll put in the description, South Coast triangles, get them here. And then they're basically using you as an advertisement for their triangles. And that's what's happened for me with my snorkel masks. I might start a triangle playing channel. Go for it, Michael, dude. I'll be the first to support it, man. Northrump MJ says, I did that on purpose. Yes, I like that you did that. I do like that. Tim says, Michael, it may get banned. Mad Max, if the purge was real, boy oh boy, would she have a sycor coming for her eyeball? A sycor? Sycor. What's a sycor? Sycor. I don't know what a sycor is. You guys... We're still talking about Mad Max's auntie by the sound of it. Her aunt. Yeah. So who in the chat hasn't heard of D-Live? We might as well talk about D-Live. Obviously, Charlotte Rose, Northrop MJ, Stalker Bolter. Who else is in the house that's from Charlotte Rose? Scissor, I get you. Scissor, says Mad Max. And Mark the Traveler's heard of it, yeah. So this is a new-ish live streaming platform. Brocknex hasn't heard of it. Brocknex, are you doing anything live on YouTube? Because maybe stick with that first and then jump across to the D-Live for a little bit of extra fun. Hey, Benny Crawford, good morning. Ben on, enjoying the live chat. Thanks, buddy. Cheers for stopping by, man. You're always welcome in the chat. Good to see you again, man. Welcome to the Gives a Minute I almost said D-Live. That's my spiel on D-Live. I've got to focus myself here. We're on YouTube. Benny Crawford, welcome to the Gives a Minute YouTube stream. I'm just going to call it the stream because this was here first. The middle of Alaska has terrible internet. Dude, you're speaking to my heart here. I know that feeling. I've seemed to have been able to resolve it. Okay, so here's the thing. On Wirecast, streaming to YouTube, flawless with my 4G. Never a problem, except last week. Touch wood. Wirecast doesn't stream to D-Live for some reason, and I've flagged that with the developers. They say, yeah, we've tried as well, it doesn't work. The ingest server at D-Live doesn't like what Wirecast pumps out. But on the flip side of that, OBS streams to D-Live flawlessly, absolutely flawlessly. The only issue is my 4G connection doesn't stay connected on OBS. So I'm kind of hit. Like I did a 3.5 hour stream on D-Live last night, and it was only like the last, say, 15 minutes where we dropped about 0.08% of a frame. It was crazy. What have I missed? Scotty Ventures in the house. Scotty, you were there last night on that stream. How rad was that? 3.5 hours of just awesome fun times. Drank some wine, listened to some music, went about the D-Live, did some scrolling, some scanning. It was fun, man. Penny Crawford, yes, says nice. Scotty Ventures, g'day all. G'day, Scotty. Good to see you here, man. I appreciate that. Tim, I tried to stay classy. Lol, what did Tim say? Here, okay, Charlotte, you mean drinking till you pass out and deep breathe while sleeping? Remember I did some ASMR last night on the D-Live? That was funny. I'm feeling it now. Oh, really? Did you stay up heaps late? I actually went to bed. You know what I did last night? After that stream, I went to bed, and I kid you not, I was dream streaming. This is no lie. I'm in that bed, and I'm talking like I should have set up the voice record, because I was talking as if I was streaming in my sleep. And I remember at one point I woke up saying, there's not enough light. Put the light on. You need to have a good lighting for streaming. And I was like, dude, because I've got an alarm in my room, like a household burglar alarm, and it flashes red, but it's really dim. And I saw that in my sleep. I kind of half woke up and I was like, it's flashing red. And it's like, red's not going to be strong enough for light. Red should be the background light. It should be a warm background. I need more fill light. And I was like, kind of rolled over and I was like, dude, you're in bed asleep. You're not streaming. This is not a sleep stream. Wake up. It was so funny. Do some lip smacking. Yeah, I did. I could do that stuff. That was kind of funny. ASMR, I ain't hating it. Yeah, last night Charlotte Rose kind of let's just say she enjoyed the ASMR. That was funny, Charlotte Rose. Hey, I can hear my outro bass line. This has been so much fun. This is getting more like a D-Live stream. I love it. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I'll see you next week on the Gives a Minute YouTube stream. Cheers. Tasty water. Oh, that's we're out of time.